Mhm.
All right then. Hello, willkommen, bienvenue, konnichiwa. Time for the Amish Inquisition yet again, episode 432 on Sunday, the 9th of August, 2026. I'm Phil.
And I am Matt.
And tonight we are hopefully going to be joined by author, researcher Marcus Gibson. Hopefully you're still there. Are you there, Marcus, down the line? Yes. Is your microphone working? Are you there, Marcus? Yes, yes, you are. I think
I am indeed. Can you hear me? Yep.
Yes, loud and clear. I think we might have a slight bit of delay, but it seems like we've been having some internet connection issues tonight, doesn't it?
The internet's not reliable tonight,
No.
is it?
We all need to get on Elon Musk's Starlink.
Exactly.
Maybe that's the future.
Yeah.
Rather than relying on these copper wires.
Sorry, what? Yeah, it doesn't seem to work terribly well at the moment, unfortunately.
Well, the good news is that
I mean, I can keep talking if you can.
Yeah, it's a bit of a delay.
Okay.
We can hear you loud and clear, so that's the main thing. And the reason you're here is that I think it was either when we were speaking last or maybe in an email, you mentioned that you'd done a lot of research into climate change, and it struck me as a massive oversight that in 432 episodes, we haven't done an episode that's actually dedicated to climate change. So here you are, Marcus.
Sure.
Where do we start with the whole climate scam?
Well, shall I start and perhaps you wave your arms if you want me to stop or interrupt?
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, first of all, the number one science issue of the past 40, maybe 50 years is global warming and climate change, beyond almost every other science subject you can think of. It's a shame because there's much more to science than just global warming, but it has become a complete religion and cult amongst those who believe in it. And I think it's more of a belief than a scientific reality. And in 8 major points, I will tell you why I, as a long-term tech science journalist, have come to that conclusion.
Okay, that sounds good.
First of all, I have long experience with the FT, the old European newspaper, in other words, in interviewing many and eminent scientists. So I'm very definitely not anti-science, nor am I in the pay of large oil and gas companies. So anyway, my first point is as follows: that the climate is overwhelmingly controlled by macro factors that have monster overwhelming power. And of course, the most important one, of course, is the sun, which has about 300 trillion watts of power. That is not only huge, there is a huge variability in those solar winds that impact the Earth. In addition, there are massive influences on the climate from the oceans, from the high altitude jet streams, Arctic polar winds, our own fearsome westerly winds, the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere, the El Nino and the variables there, and not least the odd volcano mega explosion. All of these have a vast impact. They are the major factors in our climatic system. Overall, the climate is a chaotic system, which is very difficult or if not impossible to understand scientifically. There are very few, if any, definitive experiments you can carry out that will tell you anything much about the climate for certainty. As a certainty, you can have a few dozen aerial balloons and since the 1970s some satellite observations, but really we have to rely on a whole mass of unreliable computer models nearly to get any reality, and those have proved to be very unreliable. By the way, with regard to volcanoes, in January 2022, the Tonga volcano was an underwater volcano in the South Pacific, which was so powerful, it more or less ejected about more water vapor into the atmosphere than ever been observed up to very high altitudes. It also blew away much of the Earth's ozone layer, on which the Greens often are rather hot about. So that's the sort of thing which we need to talk about when we're talking about factors on global warming. And interestingly, 2 years ago, severe space weather was finally included in the UK's national risk register, along with pandemic diseases and flooding. So at last, people were beginning to seriously take this not for granted. So on top of all that, you have to ascertain that the belief of global warming people that CO2 alone is the one that's changing the climate for the worse, irreversibly and permanently, is absolute nonsense and cannot possibly be true by any yardstick whatsoever. You also have to remember that the actual rise claimed in CO2 is only 0.03 of the atmosphere. What they claim is an eventual doubling of CO2. So that's because CO2 only makes up 0.04 of the total atmosphere anyway. So it's a tiny, insignificant aspect at all. Another major factor, of course, is due to planetary realignments. Every 10 to 12,000 years, we have an ice age. And in fact, we're overdue for the next one. And the last time that occurred, we had a 1,000-foot high cliff of ice, which got as far south as Derbyshire. So that's what I call real climate factors. So by any yardstick, CO2 is not a factor in the world's climate. My second point is straightforward. Leaving climate aside, let's look at weather. Basically, what we know has happened with some certainty over the past 200 years, and that too doesn't seem to have been influenced at all by CO2, or frankly any other external factor we can really identify. It seems quite clear that every in the past few hundred years, maybe 1,000 years, the Earth's average weather changes from one with savagely cold winters to one in which we have hotter summers and mild winters. And that's what we are experiencing now, certainly since the 1970s. In spite of what has been written in the past few months in the UK, hot temperatures across Europe and America are absolutely nothing. You may not know, but it was actually hotter in the UK in 1926 than it is now. And it was certainly very hot in the 1880s as well. And in fact, if you think about it, going back to the 1920s, the US Midwest suffered the terrible Dust Bowl, West states, and caused a real collapse in farming and human habitation across that region. And what's less is that across Asia and China, there were terrible famines which killed tens of millions of people. School children in Oklahoma went to school wearing masks because they didn't want to catch what is now known as sand pneumonia, which is something we don't think about. So from 1939 onwards until the 1970s, Europe in particular suffered bitterly cold winters. In 1941, you could walk on the ice between Sweden and Denmark. the years of 1939, 40, 41, 47, and what I remember myself, 62, 63, a piercing cold when we had in the UK 3 months of continuous frost. So, in fact, scientists back then had said that we thought we might be entering another ice age because the world had been getting very colder in those decades. So, CO2 levels rising anyway? And the answer is, in some occasions, it does appear to be yes. But the one monitoring station which is most confidently put forward is actually based on Hawaii. And they have a record going back about 40 or 50 years. However, you have to remember that Hawaii is the world's most active volcanic island, and it is subject to constant emissions. And secondly, it's sited directly downwind of the enormous rise in industrial emissions from China and the rest of Southern Asia since the 1990s. Overall, you have to remember, of course, that CO2 is very far from being a poison. It is, in fact, the lifeblood of the natural world and makes all green plants actually grow. So heightened levels are often thought by many scientists to be actually very beneficial, and you have to laugh. The New Scientist recently published a report showing that inhaling high dose CO2 clears the brain of Alzheimer-causing proteins. So in fact, the more CO2 we have, it might be better for staving off a bit of Alzheimer. You never know. Point 3. Let's look at the idea of ground level temperature data, which they focus on. I and others have pointed out that if the great majority of these weather stations are actually in urban areas, and worst of all, they're located at hundreds of airports. In fact, 900 of America's integrated automated weather stations are actually on airports. If you go to the airport code is ORE, which stands for orchard. 130 years ago, it wasn't an airport; it was an orchard. So, if you added to America, to those locations a truly ambient weather station, it would give you a reading that was 5% less by day and 8% less by night than what an ambient urban weather station will give you. In fact, I personally had quite a small part to play in that, because I collaborated with the late Professor Fred Singer, who is known to be an anti-global warmer. And we highlighted together the observed inclusion of airport weather stations in the national. Let me move on. Another fascinating piece of the puzzle is that we all know what happened on 9/11. What few realize that the day after 9/11, all civil aircraft in the US were grounded. And immediately, the average ground temperature across the US rose 1.5 degrees. 3 days later, when aviation resumed, it fell by 1.5 degrees. The reason for that is absolutely clear. The 45,000 daily flights across the US create huge amounts of contrails, and these block out the sun. These have always been dismissed by global warmers who insist, as you know, that nothing except CO2 can alter ground temperatures with any significantly. But the scientists have known for years how contrails really do dim sunlight input, onto the surface landscape. So there you have it. There are other major reasons why ground temperatures have risen, and they're all non-CO2 related. First of all, much of the regions of the world are now dominated by very large urban areas, especially the last 150 years, so that forests and grassland have significantly diminished in size. Also, rising populations. You've got to remember the UK population has doubled in the past 100 years, and the US population has risen from about 200 million in the 1970s to 345 million today. Indeed, what's funny, the UK's first observatory started in 1772 in Oxford. It's still there, close to the Woodstock Road, which, would you believe it, has 18,000 vehicles a day going past it. So if that's not, an urban environment, I don't know what is. Also, let's look at forest fires. which are thought they're often seen to be a symptom of global warming. They are, in fact, all part of a natural annual cycle in many parts of the world. And in the 1850s, there was one gigantic fire in Australia, which was 250 miles long, and it destroyed 1/4 of the state of Victoria. In fact, the total number of forest fires across the world has in fact diminished because man has largely taken control of the world's forest, and we've learned how to control them. Interestingly, the recent spate of forest fires in California and the famous one in Hawaii were caused by downed power lines, which in turn was caused by high winds which blew them down. And of course, arson is very common in Greece and the Balkans. It's always worth mentioning that whilst we had extreme heat in the Western Mediterranean, this year, Mediterranean was actually quite a lot cooler and really didn't get hot until the beginning of August. Athens was often below 30 degrees until about 2 or 3 days ago, which was, of course, very unusual. And of course, we have to remember all those people who supposedly died due to hot weather. Well, of course, this generation is often very overweight or clinically obese, and often unfortunately, they do die, but it's often of a condition rather than with hot weather. You also have to think of another factor. Agencies have handed out 1 billion goats to poor farmers across Africa. And these, of course, what do? They turn semi-desert into desert because they devour shoots and roots and all the leaves on trees, which has a major impact on areas like the Sahara and Southern Africa. Point number 4, let's not get away from the fact the world is in fact a crucifyingly cold place and is not a hot one. The temperature above your head at 10,000 feet is minus 40 degrees. In the polar regions, it's minus 70. So it's quite certain that the 1.5 degree rise in world temperature will have no effect whatsoever on most of the atmosphere. Of course, you have to remember the polar regions are freezing cold for at least 5 months of the year. The world's oceans waters are barely above freezing, extremely cold at night. And even if you swim in the Mediterranean in summer, the world is quite cold below about 0.5. This is actually, to me, quite an important one. It relates to the psychology of climate change leaders and their thousands of. Over the decades, I've met many, if not most, of the key individuals involved in the climate change theory, starting with a man who's not well known, the Oxford academic called Sir John Houghton, Houghton. But he really is the godfather of global warming. In the 1990s, he gave the famous speech to the UN, claiming that CO2 was rising and it was a peril to the future of the world. And he became the first co-chair of the UN's IPCC committee. Well, I also met called Professor Desmond Smith at Edinburgh University, and jointly they invented a CO2 radiometer which flew on the NASA's Nimbus satellite back in 1970. Houghton believed that this was cast down evidence that world temperatures were rising and rising dangerously. The trouble is that Houghton was a dedicated against Christians, but it was very clear, and Professor Smith recorded that Houghton was a religious nutcase and felt it was his personal duty to save the planet. Sadly, he was one of the people who've left behind the real world science based on proper data and proper procedures and open investigation, and they'd actually entered the world of activism and, frankly, lifelong self-promotion. They, in fact, had all become victims of what I call the Christ complex, in which individuals come to believe that the world is coming to an end, and they alone have the answer. It has all the trampling of religion and indeed a cult. And if you look at Al Gore, John Kerry, Greta Thunberg, and to some extent King Charles, they do in fact fit that pattern. back in 2019, Charles told the world that we had only 18 months left to save the planet. Need I say more? And if you go to any UN COP event, the last one was at 26, 27, in the final session where Al Gore or someone else like it gives the closing speech, the delegates are all in floods of tears, they're hugging each other, and some are even having nervous fits. You couldn't make it up. So unfortunately, like many issues today, the debate is dominated by rather loud activists, screaming people who've become really professional protesters, obsessed with rather hyper emotion and gross exaggeration, and which is completely unconnected with real science. And now we have the BBC and organisations like Ofcom who rule on what they call due impartiality and material misleadingness. So, which is, in my view, a very Orwellian idea altogether. Of course, this impartiality never applies to the BBC or to Sky, but when they never invite a non-believer on TV, which they claim they should. Interestingly, in October 2027,
Sorry to interject.
Yes, of course, David Benelli was one of the people who was banned, from the BBC, along with many others. Of course, of Al Gore's 300 million estimated fortune, about 60% came from climate-focused ventures, all of it funded in the President Obama era, many of which have all now, of course, gone bust. He's become a very rich man. I could mention my David Attenborough, but I'm afraid I can't due to legal advice. But in future I will. I should also point out that 2 years ago I was invited to give a talk by the Business Committee of the Royal Society of Chemistry to talk on climate change, similar to what I'm doing now. And I suddenly got an email from delegates who'd signed up that the event had been cancelled. And of course, I never knew why, and I've never heard from the Standing Committee of the Royal Society of Chemistry as to why that was. And as today, 2 years later, I still haven't been allowed, to give a talk. And I have to say, the very worst aspect of the whole global warming story, it has been the hatred and vilification which has been directed to anyone who, of course, the doubts who expressed any doubt about it. I went to UEA back in 2009 when I worked for the FT, and when I went past the climate research building, the press officer said, "Well, we're certainly not going in there. I think their work is out the rubbish," which is quite illuminating. Now, to give you an opposite view, in my 40 years as a journalist, I've interviewed literally hundreds of real scientists, including some of the very greatest. So David Lane, who discovered the p53 cancer gene, and Tim Hunt, who is probably our greatest living scientist in biotech. All of them are very intense individuals who always welcome other ideas, opinions, research, especially those who conflict with their own findings. What they do is the very opposite of the global scientists. And in fact, I also have to start with another very interesting parallel between global warming and eugenics. As you know, about 150 years ago, much of the Western world, especially the intellectuals, they believed in eugenics, which, to cut a long story short, involved the idea that blacks were inferior and the whites were genetically superior in terms of intelligence, and that man had selectively bred horses and pigs and roses for thousands of years, and that we ought to carry on doing the same with humans. Interestingly, those who believed in eugenics at the time, they very harshly treated anyone who disagreed with them, just like global warming people today. Right, point number 6, and I'll be brief on this. The well-full track record of predictions made by global warmers is very interesting indeed. So back in 2003 and right the way through to 2012, world temperatures actually stopped rising. It's called the pause, as they call it. And that's when global warming changed its name to climate change. because they couldn't understand why, in spite of all their predictions, global warming had in fact frozen. And the Met Office, even though they'd taken receipt of a £1 billion new computer, they couldn't work out why it hadn't either. So, as you may remember, in the late spring in the 2000s, the Met Office confidently predicted that we are in for any number of what they called barbecue summers, none of which actually occurred, which was quite hilarious. Interestingly, in March 3 years ago, at a US Senate hearing, very senior environmentalists, in fact, they were the real show ponies in that, they were asked what percentage CO2 made up of the total atmosphere, and they all said they thought it was between 3% or 8%. In fact, of course, we know it's 0.04%. So ignorance is at the very, is at the very basis of what these people were expressing. Another false scenario surrounds London's so-called, traffic emissions, which are, of course, always said to be deadly. One academic called Oxford Street one of the most polluted in the world. He obviously had never been to Cairo or New Delhi, for example. And time again, the National Physical Laboratory Intelligence has said that particulate levels in London are so low, quote, but the BBC and others, back in the 1990s, what was the EPSRC, the UK's Research Council on Science and Engineering, they said that penguin numbers had fallen in Antarctica. Well, of course, this set my ears ringing. So I did some digging, and I discovered that the first ever low altitude pass over the continent found there were in fact 3 times as many penguins, and the so-called missing colonies had in fact simply moved down the coast. So as a result of that, they withdrew the paper. And by the way, I've never been invited to lunch at the British Antarctic Survey ever since. I also worked as a lumberjack in Northern Ontario. That's a long story. But of course, there's always been this continuous idea that polar bear numbers have fallen heavily due to global warming. Well, of course, the reason is, of course, they have in fact been rising quite substantially. And the reason is, A, we've stopped shooting them. And secondly, we've stopped clubbing to death their main dinner, which is seal pups. So that is why the numbers of polar bears are in fact rising. The other hilarious stupidity is, of course, when people claim that rising sea levels are endangering islands. The truth is, of course, these are all pinheads of monstrously tall oceanographic volcanoes, which of course sit on very unstable seabeds. So rapid elevation and sinking of these volcanoes by a few meters is in fact very common and has nothing to do with rising sea levels. You might also mention someone called Sir David King, who was Blair's chief scientist, and he wrote a book in which he claimed the water levels in the River Thames had risen sharply in recent decades. They had. But what he failed to mention was the very important fact that 100 miles of new, very high sea wall on both sides of the Thames had been built. So that meant that instead of the water being dispersed into the Essex marshes, it was now funneled upriver, and therefore creating the high sea levels, high river levels, but had nothing to do with the rising sea levels. Anyway, to cut my point, I'll be quick now. Point number 7, the colossal damage done by global warming activism. They may have diverted up to $16 trillion away from really urgent environmental problems and studies, such as in the UK, overpopulation, water exhaustion, vast volumes of human, plastic and chemical waste, for example. The UK hasn't built a new reservoir since 1990. So we also poured down our loos 84 million bottles of bleach. And there's also about 500,000 tons of cat litter, which we send to landfill every year. These are very serious problems. One thing no one ever talks about is our roads. about 400 million tons of tarmac or bitumen, which is frankly oil sludge, is poured onto our roads new each year. So these are one of the most potential sources on the planet, but no one talks about it, which is very curious. Point number 8. The UK's energy supply is now in deep crisis. The so-called renewables can never replace core oil, gas, and nuclear supply 80% of our energy today, and will continue to do so for a long time. Subsidies for renewables have cost in the last 20 years about £274 billion. That, of course, has meant that energy prices in the UK are sky high. And we also have to import every year about 150, something we should never do. And a few weeks ago, we became perilously close to the collapse of the UK national grid. And it, frankly, only importing French energy saved us. Engineers predict the actual date when Britain's grid collapses is the 20th of April, 2032, which rather neatly falls on Hitler's birthday. So, ironically, the UK has the richest mineral and energy resources of any nation in Europe by far, and we refuse to harvest them with imbecility. We need to start drilling oil and gas as fast as we can, and to reopen the UK's huge coal reserves, and only then will we become rich again. Gentlemen, I rest my case.
That was one hell of a monologue, Marcus.
Was, yeah. Yeah.
We got some questions in the chat, didn't we? Ask Marcus about marine cloud brightening. Is that something you're familiar with?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Questions come in. Ask Marcus about marine cloud brightening.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that again. It's a terrible line, I'm afraid.
That's weird, that, isn't it? Let me just try the audio settings. In fact, someone said that my mic was... You try, Matt.
The question is, ask Marcus about marine cloud brightening. Have you heard of that?
I'm sorry, I still didn't get, that's not coming through.
Okay.
That's so bizarre.
This is a real pity, I'm sorry to say.
Our microphone's fine at this end on
Yeah.
Zoom. I wonder, yeah. Well, that's strange. Maybe if I just keep talking, eventually a bit of the signal will come through to you, Marcus.
If you can just give me a quick question again.
Yeah.
If you can just give me the quick question in a few words.
Yeah, ask Marcus about marine cloud brightening.
Yes, that is, well, that is not, does not seem to be the temperature of the ocean.
I think the internet's just dying, isn't it? It's funny how Marcus's camera is just sort of faded out of existence as we've gone along, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What a shame.
I'm sorry about this.
It's all right. These things happen. Technology. It's great when it works, but when it doesn't, it's just the way it is, isn't it? Can't be helped.
No. The only way... If you go to the Zoom call, where is that? Let's have a look. And can we...
What are you trying to do?
We can write it on a whiteboard.
Oh my gosh. Could we?
Potentially, yeah. Or share a document with the... If you could share that document.
Oh, that's complicated.
Well, no, just bear with us, listeners, as we...
I don't even think I can type. I can't even type. I can't draw. That'll take forever.
Well, no, we can share that document there where I've copied the questions. So, if you go to more, is there a share button somewhere?
Share.
Yeah. And obviously that one, it'd share the chat and that screen one.
It's that one will do, won't it?
Yeah, sorry, the document then. That's fine.
We'll lose his picture now. I wonder if you can you see that shared document, Marcus, with a couple of questions on it?
Yeah, great. I can see that now.
Okay.
To reply again, I don't think that seems to be a factor in changing the surface temperature of the oceans, as far as to the best of my knowledge.
What is marine cloud brightening? Can you hear that?
Well, as far as I know, it works in two directions. You know, the incoming solar radiation onto the top of the clouds and the reflected radiation off the surface of the oceans back up into the clouds. But in most cases, clouds form over land much more significantly. So I don't think clouds over the oceans is that a significant factor.
Does CO2 level always proceed warming? Never done a podcast like this before, have we?
No.
Can you
Well,
read that?
Well, you know, we had the warming period, you know, during the medieval era, when, according to the global warmers, CO2 was low, and according to ice cores, there is not a direct link between periods of known cold or warm periods and the level of CO2, though we have seen in sort of geological CO2 in the atmosphere.
What is the significance, I've not spelt that right, significance of the climate graphs that are often used, beginning with what would you say, like the industrial era?
Yeah.
Industrial era.
Revolution.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of weather, there appears to be no change before or after the industrial era, in terms of the 40, 50-year pattern. There appears to be no change there with regard to climate. Yes, we do know that emissions were higher, especially industrial emissions and particulates during the industrial era. But today, of course, industrial emissions, certainly in America and Europe, are vastly lower than what they were, when Manchester Steelworks closed. The amount of emissions that was eliminated was the equivalent to that of, probably a country like Italy. They were enormous, but that closed in the 1970s. So we've had a good 50 years since, and the climate has not changed. The weather pattern certainly hasn't changed.
Do you know much about historic peaks in warming, such as the Roman warm period?
Add what I can add, very interestingly, if you go to Italy, and most global warmers have never heard of this, you have what's called the olive tree line, and that is above it you cannot grow olive trees, and that has been moving north by about 500 meters ever since Roman times. Because during Roman times, the weather in northern Europe was much colder than it is today, but not all the time. The Romans at one stage grew grapes in North Yorkshire. We know that as a fact. But the breadbasket of the Roman Empire was North Africa. Today, North Africa is semi-desert. There are not the huge areas of wheat and maize and orchards, which there were in Roman times. So you have, and that is entirely due to the movement north and south of our westerly winds, which appear to be completely unconnected to CO2 levels.
Cool. Have you heard about increases in greening of the planet?
Yes, that's very interesting. There have been some satellite, satellites started, really, properly in the late 1970s. So there are some interesting comparisons. But we've now find that there are some regions of the world which are much greener than before, especially in some desert areas, part due to man, such as in Saudi Arabia and Israel, also due to seriously increased rainfall, and something which has never been included in much of the global warming theory. So yes, it's a very interesting phenomenon, and one which we should look at much more seriously.
If I was a commercial tomato grower, I would pump my greenhouses with CO2, right?
Correct. Oh yes, and it's done a great deal. Yes, many plant growers around the world push in concentrated CO2. It's all over. It's done very widely. Yeah, it's yes is the answer. Yes, it is the gas of life, as they call it, not a poison at all.
As it's the gas of life, is there a level of CO2 that would be dangerous to drop below?
Well, there doesn't appear to be, no. There have been various sort of gas extinctions in the world, and we think they're due to asteroids hitting the Earth, not due, as far as we know, to any severe decrease in CO2. And of course, the dinosaurs, CO2 levels during the dinosaur era were actually quite high, the amount of vegetation which the dinosaurs consumed in vast quantities. Obviously, that's hypothetical. But as far as we know, I mean, the great expression is CO2 is innocent.
Right.
It's irrelevant, frankly.
Yeah. For Marcus, the IMO put forth a restriction of January the 1st, 2020, banning the use of ship bunker fuel regarding marine cloud brightening, apparently. Yeah,
I'm not convinced that that has any effect, really, because there's only that number of ships in the vast oceans, and I very much doubt most of the emissions don't reach the high altitudes. They are washed out of the sky by rain, in severe storms. So they go back into the ocean quite quickly. I would have to say, of course, that bunker fuel uses the sludge fuel, and it's not very nice. If ever you've been on a ferry, you get lots of little particles landing on your head if you go on a ferry in many cases. So they are working to put filters on modern ferries. I do know that.
How much of the current alarmism is just down to a self-perpetuating industry that has?
The answer is yes, entirely. It's these people are forever on the BBC. Al Gore charges $200,000 to give a speech.
Wow.
They have any scientific or vocal opposition. The whole thing carries on. But every year, they are their effect in the wider world gets much less, and the terrifying rising price in Britain of energy costs, together with this net zero nonsense, it has really focused people's minds on the industry has done to the UK.
Do you think nuclear energy is going to be the future, Marcus? I was just trying it to see if it would work. Is nuclear energy the future?
I think it's part of the future. 15 years to build, and they go out of business in about 30 to 40 years, if you're lucky. I would say they could make up about 5 to 10% of large industrial countries, maybe a bit more. But for the time being, oil and gas will be the mainstay of our intensive energy sources. I never use the phrase fossil fuels because that's stupid. And anyway, energy is never renewable. Once it's gone, it's gone. And in as little as 15 years, wind turbines, which are not recyclable, and solar cells, which are not recyclable, all go fut, and they all go to landfill. If you go to various valleys in California, you'll see thousands of wind turbines they put up in the 70s and 80s. They're just swinging in the wind.
Wow.
And no one can afford the money to bring them down. That's one cost which the wind turbine manufacturers never mention, is the cost of renewing them. And of course, the cost of renewing wind turbines, which are gigantic, will be enormous. Far greater than the frantically comparatively easier removal of oil rigs in the North Sea.
What do you think about the cap and trade carbon pricing schemes that the EU and others seem hell-bent on forcing on us all?
I think it's a total disaster. It's another EU catastrophe, which is a complete disaster for everyone. The whole carbon thing, as I said, is a nonsense. So carbon pricing is simply another tax on industry, which is fighting for survival against parts of Asia. No taxes on them whatsoever. So it's another thing on the camel's back. British and European industry, which the British and European auto industry, chemical industry are in free for the moment, and they employ tens of thousands of people. It's a disaster.
I
have no idea who Lewis Perry is.
No, Lois Perry, no problem. Explain how the models don't seem to predict anything useful.
Well, it's because the data, all models just rely on data, whether it be good data or bad data, whether it's climate data or health data or anything. So if you put in bad data, you get out bad results. It's as simple as that. And of course, because the data is so difficult to quantify, let alone analyze, these models are all over the place and are not to be trusted at all. Yes, it's rubbish in, rubbish out. And by the way, many of the AI models which profess to do insights into things like, breast cancer, they have failed, and they fail badly. People don't like to hear that, but it's true. I believe there's a company called DeepMind, which many people believe in. Unfortunately, I think many of their studies for the NHS have not proven to be successful. And I wish they were, by the way, but they're not. Yes, I'm a believer in quantum computing. That's very important. That will turbocharge computing throughput. That's very important. But AI is a Silicon Valley, Wall Street financier's dream. Pump it up and make sure again that if you don't get involved in AI, your company's finished, your job is gone, etc., etc. It's all just another Silicon Valley theft, intellectual property for nothing. And many companies are, I think it's only 4%. I said the Wall Street Journal came up with a survey which said only 4% of AI-led projects in the US had showed any improvement of any kind whatsoever.
Isn't it funny that the AI bubble contradicts the climate change prophets of doom with its massive suck on energy requirements?
Well, that's of course that's a that is another, and that's another add-on stupidity that we are supposed to be thinking that the AI will do us good, and then of course it's going to consume at least half of the entire energy consumption of a mid-sized city. It's completely daft. And of course, we now know many countries are saying, no, not here, Gov. And and of course, many AI companies are now being forced by small countries to pay large amounts of money up front for the increased energy cost, which of course they don't want to pay, don't we know? But there's no reason why we should pay for a penny for this stuff. It's all nonsense. I recently produced a book on the Air Force, and I deliberately did not use any AI whatsoever because what it was producing was not correct.
Do the current large language models not have some uses?
Well, I think if you're not good at writing, they can give you some idea of how to write a report or an essay or a PhD, etc. But if what you're writing doesn't have your own voice in it, what's the point of writing it in the first place? Unless you just want a shortcut, on an early bath. It really isn't very useful to a professional person. It can give you an indication of what needs to be said, but it can gather information. But unless it's accurate, unless you know it to be accurate information, you're just piling on what they call AI slop. And of course, it's very easy with new software to tell whether students and academics and professionals have used AI at all.
But
we now have seen that defendants in court cases where they've been seen to use AI for their answers, the cases have been dismissed, and rightly so.
I'm going to alter this question. So, and large proportions of our population are hard to type and think and speak at the same time. Our population are sitting in what is commonly referred to as bullshit jobs.
Yes, I think we've seen a lot of that. There are a lot of companies who have sacked many of their admin. The HR is now 5% of all the jobs, and many of them are now being removed, along with other sort of. What's fascinating that you may know if you have to now file your accounts to the Inland Revenue, HMRC, with this software. The number of people employed by HMRC has not gone down; it's gone up.
Wow!
So the whole thing about making tax digital has been making tax awful. It's just unloaded the effort of onto the taxpayer, whilst tax officers sit back and make life hell for us all.
Yeah, I've managed to avoid it
Well
so
done
far.
for those who've managed to avoid it. I haven't. So there you go.
Well,
I would very much like to. And of course,
it's only a matter of time before forced. Yeah.
It could well be for many people. The stupid thing is applying for a new passport, or for ID verification. It is a very simple, and very straightforward matter. But they've made MTD into a ridiculously complex thing. Even the Excel file, they don't use a common one, or common ones that ordinary traders, for example, could use. But I think we're getting away from global warming a bit here.
Yeah. I find it funny that people who were sold EV cars, electric cars, on the promise that they would be forever cheaper to run are now being charged per mile.
EV cars are very expensive to repair, and probably now impossible to repair financially. They will all end up in much of it in landfill, because we've no idea how to recycle the EV cells, electric batteries, etc. Most of them come from China, often with slave labor or near slave labor producing them. EV cars are also dangerous. When they catch fire, they're very difficult to put out. I mean, many ferry companies in the world now ban them. You must never ever put an EV into a garage, which is integral to your house, because people have done that and they've died in a house fire. So they are a complete nightmare. And although many EVs are easier now, they take less time to recharge. I don't want to spend, lone women don't want to spend an hour sitting at a lonely petrol station or wherever waiting for their car to charge up. It's simply, they don't want that vulnerability. And anyone with, mothers, daughters and sisters shouldn't inflict an EV on them ever. That's my, Peyton's worth of EVs.
If you got out. I think we should leave it there unless you have any final thoughts you want to leave. My typing is horrific. I don't work in an office for a job. Final thoughts you want to leave with us?
Matt, I will simply, say that the world's climate is most definitely not controlled or affected by CO2 in any way whatsoever, and the macro factors we know are those which control it absolutely. And thank you very much for everyone's time, and thank you for having me on.
No problem.
Our pleasure. Is there any website or social media that our listeners should know about?
I'm sorry to say that I'm not clued up on that. Some of the best ones are up and some are down. What I can do is send you an email next week with a few of them, and perhaps you can put that on your website as the last thing.
Any personal or anywhere where we can follow your work? Is there anywhere we can follow your work, Marcus?
I have tried to get a book published, all about global warming, but I have not found a publisher anywhere in the world willing to step out. And the last one was an Oxford publishing house who said he would love to publish my book, but that he would have a riot on his hands from his other 300 authors. So unfortunately, the publishing world, like so many other theatres of our planet today, are controlled by really odd people, and a climate of ignorance will continue.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely get in touch if I find a publisher, and that's the best I can do at the moment.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Marcus. Enjoy what's left of your Sunday.
Thank you, Matt. Take care, everybody.
No problem, Marcus.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Thank you,
Been
Phil.
a pleasure.
Yeah.
Take care.
Ta-ra. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, that's a first, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Something new.
He was fading. The video started going weird, didn't it?
I think it's just going dark.
Is that what it is, do you think?
I think it's just going dark, yeah.
Yeah. But, we got through it. And
We did.
what an opening monologue, man. Half an hour it looked like to me.
Yeah, it was great.
Fantastic. Very well prepared guest.
Yeah.
We shall take a quick comfort break. Who's throwing cocks in the chat? Or is it a duck? Is it an unladen swallow?
It's like a dodo, doesn't it?
It's a dodo.
Dodo.
They do dodo, they do.
Don't they, dodo.
Right, well, it's a quick piss break and come back in 5-10 minutes. All right, folks.
Okay.
See you in a bit. See you shortly. Bye.
Bye.
First on BBC One.
Do you like it down here on Earth?
What's he say?
He senses an evil presence.
He senses an evil presence.
Yes.
Who could that be?
Which 3 months of the year begin with the letter J? Think before you answer.
January. June. July.
The time is right. It's time for you to play your game. People are coming.
One false move and I'll run this man through.
Oh, goodness me, what a terrible threat.
By what creeps, what crawls, by what does not, let all that grows recede and rot!
He can't see, can he? Call an ambulance, don't he? He can't see, man! Oh, boy!
Welcome to the Wheel of Fortune. It's really good to see you. Here she is, Carol Smiley.
Thunderpants. On the planet Underwearer, Y Fronto, leader of the Thunderpants team, awakes to find...
The magic bloomers of Underwearer, with their amazing powers and sacred gusset, have been stolen.
Oh, no, sir.
Summon the team, Willie Nix. This must be the work of the evil Bumrah.
Yes.
He's enjoying himself. Oh, where's he gone? He was there a minute ago. Harold! Answer me, be long. Harold! Harold!
Speakers about. Watch out, he is about. Watch.
Tom Hardy. Good morning, Tom.
Hello.
You go round
Yeah,
there, love.
pop round
Hello there. Nice to meet you. No, sit yourself down. Come on, get comfortable.
Easy.
Just have a look at your personal details. No, not easy.
Hello! Hello there, and welcome to this a brand new game show called Get Your Own Back, the show which gives...
Next.
Hello, Games Master. The eyeball monster at the end of level 2 in Altered Beast keeps on killing me. How can I destroy it?
I must say, I'm rather surprised you haven't...
Sync the pink and the latest Nikam Stereo TV is the reward. Finally, pot the black to win our fabulous mystery Star Prize.
Isn't being stood up dreadful? Has it ever happened to you? It's happened to me once.
Poetry, you write poems and ditties, things. Have you ever shown your boyfriend your ditties?
I ain't telling you.
Without, so enter, stranger. Who challenges my dungeon?
David Campbell.
You have some small previous experience of dungeoneering, I hope.
Yes, I have.
Very well. And what reward do you seek here?
On Smooth Milk Chocolate, you never forget your first dime.
That bloke's a nutter.
Oi, nutter!
Phew, what a mouthful. And
What a
here
mouthful.
he is.
You did very well. Hello, how are you?
She's anxious to rush away. She is. I've got fast hold of her here.
Stay here and enjoy it, girl.
You have not
these mics up.
Mics are
Get
hot.
these the mics are the red hot.
Hot
The red hot.
mic.
We don't want to be on this screen. I always do this. I always got to back to wrong screen.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, I just need to add a new image source here.
New media source.
And add an image source. I'm going to add an existing. Scroll down to T
for
Telegram. Look,
Todger.
there it is.
Transform
it. Transform.
Rotate.
Enhance. Rotate. Magnify. Bit of shrinkage.
Mm-hmm.
Top and tail it.
Just
like
clip it.
Like that. Something like that. Like that. And then if I just put it there.
That's all you need to do, isn't it, really? Makes it better.
Is that all right?
Yeah, I think so.
Fantastic.
Oh, God, this fly.
You get him dive bombed, aren't you?
I'm being attacked by a fly.
I wonder how big should a QR code be? Do you think it should be that big on screen?
Jesus.
You think?
It landed on my cheek.
I haven't got room to put it, is the only thing. Unless I was just put it there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Can do all my yawning now. I have to stifle my yawns.
Is this part 2? Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll just have it there.
Yeah.
And then it can be called up on request then, can't it?
Yeah.
We have a Telegram channel.
You have a Telegram channel now.
Yeah.
Enjoy Telegram. Another thing to look after.
Helen has done it.
Helen's going to
done
do
it. She's set it up. It doesn't require looking after. It's just
does not need feeding.
What do you mean?
Taking for walkies.
No, very low maintenance Telegram.
Right. Okay.
You just give birth to it and let it go.
Like a pet worm.
A pet worm? Do you give birth to worms?
Sometimes. If I don't cook my pork.
Yeah.
The correct temperature.
Yeah. My now 11-year-old had the old worms the other week.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Did he have the thread worms? Is that what it is?
Out of the poo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just gasping for air. Out of the turdo.
No, I don't believe you.
Don't believe me? It's the second time he's had him.
Really?
In his life, yeah. I remember him having him years ago.
Wow.
Such a mad lad. He just,
eats worms.
Don't need to wash his hands. Just fucking. I was crawling round shit in the park. He's like my old work colleague, Lloydie.
Oh, God.
He's dead now.
Yeah.
I found out. Yeah.
Unrelated to his hygiene practices whilst rewiring a sewage plant.
Or his turkey stunning. Stunning turkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's passed away. I found out. Yeah.
Very sad. How did he stun his turkeys?
With a 2x4.
Oh, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think so? Did he raise his own turkeys? So he rented a plot of land.
No, I think he owned it.
He owned a plot of land.
I never went to his house, but he lived out in the sticks somewhere.
Right. Okay.
And he had like chops. What do they call them?
Pork chops.
Pork chops, sideburns, and he looked like farming stock.
Right. Okay.
A legendarily massive schlong as well.
How do you know? Was that with the 2x4?
No, just a huge donkey cock. I heard the story. I wasn't present. I think I can tell it now since he's dead and his wife's never going to hear this. But famously, someone I was working with there were a load of them refitting a Woolworths store. So we're going back a bit, and this lad I know called the service elevator and went door opened. Old Lloydie was there hanging out of one of Woolies staff.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah. Apparently. Fuck off, son! Fuck's sake. Yeah. Well, he's no longer with us.
No, so that's perfectly fine.
Apparently he had a daughter who was a right stunner as well.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all the turkeys.
Not a turkey stunner. she used to stun. This is my turkey stunner. My daughter.
Oh, right, okay. Not his massive penis. Okay.
Yeah. Right, then we're back.
The dwarf, the cripple, and the mother of mindfulness.
That was our chat with Marcus Gibson. I mean, could you characterize it as a chat?
That was our text-based conversation with Marcus.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, the internet let us down a little bit there, I think, didn't it? As Marcus was gradually fading to grey, the pixels were getting bigger and bigger. But some interesting points that he was making, taking apart the climate research.
Narrative,
yes.
Oh, fucking hell. Are you, Stig in the chat, are you guys in Sussex? I'm moving there permanently.
Why are you moving to Sussex, Stig? What's in Sussex? Brighton, isn't it? It's in Sussex, isn't it?
Oh, is he moving to Brighton? You'll love it in Brighton, Stig.
That's in Sussex. Or is that... No, it is, isn't it?
It's an Anglophile.
Again.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know out about Sussex. It's just Sussex, Wessex, Essex. They're all down there, aren't they?
That's on the south coast, isn't it? Yeah, we're on the northwest, almost the northwest coast.
Isn't Dover in Sussex?
Is he not in Kent, Dover?
Oh yeah, maybe you're right. Hey, can you believe? Do you know what we are connected to here?
The internet. Yeah. Google.
We're connected to internet. I can just ask. Sussex is an area of southeast England that was historically a kingdom and later a county. The current ceremonial counties of East Sussex and West Sussex cover approximately the same area. So let's just have a quick look at a map. Oh, I don't want Essex. I want Sussex, and I want a map. Let's see what there is. That's not kind of the right map, that is it? That's not a very useful map. It's taking me to Sussex Street in Preston.
I think it's because it's West and East Sussex. You can't
have just Sussex, can you not?
I don't think so.
Oh, here we go. Here's a map.
Yeah.
So it's down there on the south coast, isn't it?
Yeah.
To the right of the Isle of Wight.
Yes.
Right. All right. Interesting place.
He's moving to Preston, actually.
Oh, he's moving to Preston. Oh, what a shame. I'm emigrating.
You're going to Sussex. Be nice to see you in Preston then, Stig, when you come.
Honestly, don't move here. Everyone who's here wants to get out.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Oh, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it?
Quetta.
I was going through Quetta.
Quetta.
Did you see that in news?
Oh, right. The thing in Morocco.
Yeah, there's a Spanish outpost, isn't there? It's been Spanish territory for 4 centuries, roughly, in Morocco. And was there about 60,000 Moroccans stormed it and got in.
Yeah, and then, well, it said on the news that a lot had left because there was nothing there.
Yeah, I think maybe they were under the misconception that they would then have they'd be in the Schengen area.
Yeah.
But you still got to get from Quetta to the mainland, haven't you?
Yeah.
And I believe that Quetta, and there's another Spanish territory on the Moroccan coast as well.
Oh,
I don't think they're part of the Schengen agreement,
okay.
Which would make sense because there's a water border, you know. So, yeah, it must have been kind of frightening if you're a resident there.
Well, I don't know if I don't know if it's a. I thought the way I was thinking about it, was like a military base more than anything. I don't know if it's like actual residential, you know, like Gibraltar.
There's houses,
in Spain.
Houses and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. It's just it looked like a normal.
Oh,
town.
right. Okay. Yeah, I was under the impression it was more like a military thing. You know, what's like that one in like on one of the Japanese islands the US has.
I always think of Diego Garcia.
Well, that's another one, isn't it? Yeah. Where is that one? That's on an island somewhere. Is that like the Maldives or something? Somewhere in the Indian Ocean?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Is Quetta a military outpost? No, Quetta is not just a military outpost. It's an autonomous Spanish civil city and civilian community with a regular population, of 84,000 and an irregular population of 60,000 sometimes.
I mean, that would have been, it was unsustainable, that, wasn't it, for 60,000, if that's how many went. You can't double it, can you?
No. It's giving me a headache, that start.
Yeah,
I think there might be something wrong with it.
I mean, it doesn't look very pleasant, does it? You see that? The awfulness. It's like a cloudy brown.
The camera's not doing the cloudiness justice.
No, it kind of looks like
diarrhea.
You've mixed Coca-Cola with orange squash, and then you're trying to drink it, which is never a good idea.
Do you know what we watched last night?
Your eyelids.
Street Fighter, the movie.
From 1994?
I forget what year it was.
In the mid-90s?
Yeah, the Jean-Claude Van Damme, Kylie Minogue one.
How did it go down?
There was some belly laughs.
Right, okay.
From the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
Zangief plays a retard. And he has some funny one-liners. He doesn't really know what's happening.
Right, okay.
You know. So yeah, the little lad like that. Some of the acting is diabolical.
Mm. Are you going to give me an example?
There's a Japanese or Chinese man in it.
Right.
Who plays one of the soldiers on Guile's side.
Mm.
And his acting is horrendous.
Right, okay.
Remember the lines.
Are they... Are your kids aware of the game? Have they played a version of the game?
Which game? Oh, Street Fighter the game.
Yeah, because I assume that's where you would have known Street Fighter from in the mid-90s.
No.
No?
But I think maybe some of the characters are in that. Is it Super Smash Bros, maybe?
I don't know.
They might be in that. The Nintendo, there's a big Smash Hit game where there's
right.
characters from lots of different franchises.
Oh,
that
right.
you can pick from. Not just Mario. There's Metro. Is it Metroid? Someone from Metroid.
Metroid Prime.
Link from Zelda. And millions of characters to choose from.
And that's a fighting game.
Yeah, it's a platform. It's like a fighting 2D fighting game.
Oh,
type of thing. Side by side fighting game.
Yeah.
And maybe there's some Street Fighter characters in there. Now I'm saying it. I don't think it's the case, but whatever. I think
just spitballing.
You pick up a little bit of Street Fighter just from sort of cultural osmosis.
Yeah.
You know, I think even my mum would probably know who Chun-Li is.
Which one's Chun-Li? Is that the woman?
Yeah, a little Japanese woman.
She blue and black?
What, costume?
Yeah.
It's blue and white normally.
Is it? I don't know. I was just thinking. Which one's the blue and black one? Is that the opposite of Scorpion? That's a different game, though, isn't it? That's Mortal Kombat.
That's Sub-Zero.
Yeah, Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Yeah, I think you're muddling up your mid-90s beat-em-ups.
Button bashers.
Yeah.
I think so. Because what I was asking about the Street Fighter thing is I have signed up for some kind of different PlayStation Plus thing. So you have to get PlayStation Plus to play online, don't you?
And there's 3 tiers.
Yeah. So I've gone for a couple of weeks to the medium tier because it costs £1 extra.
Right.
And you get access to a games catalogue.
Yep.
And I noticed that there is a modern version of Street Fighter in it, which I haven't played.
Well.
But I did download and start playing The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, gosh.
But it's...
Oh, it's free?
Oh, it's free.
It's an old game.
And it's an old game, yeah. And it's better than the TV show.
Right.
The story's different.
I've heard bad things about the game.
Oh, right, okay. I quite enjoyed it so far.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. I didn't play the first one, so...
Right, okay.
I've nothing invested in it.
Yeah.
But spoilers, don't they kill off the main guy in the game?
Right at the beginning, yeah, like in the TV show.
He gets boss bitched out of the game.
Yeah, they kind of gang up on him. It kind of fall into his lap, you see, because he trusts them and helps her.
Yeah.
Like in the TV show, and then they shoot his leg out from underneath him and beat him to death.
I don't play any video games at the moment. I just don't get much chance. We did have I don't know if it's the middle tier or the top tier.
Wow.
Up until recently. There's a logical reason. My youngest wanted a Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a new release.
Yeah.
It was maybe one that was 12 months old.
Yeah.
Miles Morales, I want to say.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Miles Morales. And we could have bought the game for 46 quid or upgrade the PlayStation subscription for 50 quid for the year. And so you get all these other games for a year.
Yes.
So I ended up doing that so he could play this game.
Yeah.
So, and it just ran out recently and I didn't renew it because...
Yeah,
they tend to. Most kids, I'm talking young kids, tend to play free to play games.
Yeah,
Fortnite, Rocket League,
yeah.
Minecraft. These are all free essentially.
Yes.
They get you with the microtransactions.
Mm-hmm.
You want to buy your skins and your season passes, which would be like £7 for 3 months or whatever. You know, you don't buy the game.
No.
It's changed totally from the model we're used to from our childhood.
Yeah, so that's come onto my radar over the summer holidays is it a battle pass?
For Fortnite.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is that like, I assume that was like the similar thing that the season pass that we used to get for Destiny?
That's what it is. Destiny 2's died, by the way. It's gone.
I think they got rid of it.
I think it's gone. Yeah, carry on.
And so that's been so they're having to commit their chores in order to get is it £6.50?
Something like that.
Or, it's not money. Well, you have to, it'll be, what is it called? The stupid money on Fortnite.
V-Bucks.
V-Bucks, that's it, yeah.
I had to buy some the other day.
I'm pretty sure I bet they spent over £100, not just in the summer, but, in their lifetimes on that game.
On skins.
Yeah, and it's mad, isn't it? I can't get my head around it.
To be fair, I think not really this year, maybe the year before, I played some FIFA. It was called FC now.
Yeah.
The FIFA lost the rights, or EA lost the rights, or whatever. And
they fell out, didn't they?
Yeah. So rather than it being called FIFA 26, it's called FC 26, this iteration. The new one releases, I think, at the beginning of next month.
Right.
And the basic bitch version, I think, is £70.
Yeah.
And they're trying to rinse you during the game cycle for the online store.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think, if maybe that is the future, is to pay, £5-6 every season, every 3 months, and a few pounds here and there on V-Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
If you get the value out of it, they enjoy it.
Yeah, well, yes, there's a lot of rage in the front room when they're playing on it. I hear every sort of half an hour.
They're 1 kill away from a victory.
I don't know what they do.
Right
I don't understand it properly, do I? Because, I think that's just best. But I think they're playing trios, is it? Is that
right,
the term?
Yeah.
So the older one, depending on his mood, how generous he's feeling, he might let his younger brother join in, but most of the time the younger brother just has to play by himself. But they're both playing, so the younger one plays on his Switch, which he prefers, so he can have the screen right here, and then the other one's on the PlayStation with his mates, talking through the controller to his mates. So, if I happen to go to the bathroom in the hallway, say, not in the hallway, in the toilet under the stairs, they can all hear me going to the toilet in the front room, because he obviously never closes the door or anything. So that was new to me when people were talking through the controller.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So he's just like back and forth with his mates, basically. Through
He doesn't have a headset yet.
We had one, but I think he somehow managed to break it.
Yeah, it's probably best to not have the headset.
Yeah, I suppose then you can hear how rage It is.
Yeah, and the swearing and stuff.
He doesn't swear.
No, I mean, you couldn't hear it.
Oh,
you
right.
can hear his friends swearing.
I've not heard anybody swear, you know. I've heard there's one who rage baits him a lot.
Really?
Yeah, because he can't... He's not very good at... Well, he is quite good, actually. He's probably... But he knows that he can sort of wind him up, I think, this other lad. So he does it all the time. Like, there's something called Sprite, I believe, which is like a... It looks like... What would it look like? Like a ghost from Pac-Man.
Mm.
But they're all different colours and shapes and sizes, and you collect them or something. I imagine it does something, maybe, or does it just look cool? I don't know. And there's something about swapping them, and this boy will not give you anything for free, whereas my two will like give people stuff for free if they don't want it, kind of thing.
Yeah,
and it always has to be a trade,
right?
And then sometimes
fucking Alan Sugar.
Yeah, and sometimes he'll rage bait them and like say, "I'll swap you this," and say no at the end. Yeah.
Stig in the chat saying, the Amish Inquisition have abandoned me as a guest. Once I was detained in Mauritania, they don't want to poke the ghost. What were we saying in the off season in between part 1 and part 2?
That we should have Stig on again?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back, Stig.
Do you want to come on? Should I book another guest on the podcast live through the chat like I did? We're booking guests for September and October, Stig. So there's 2 more slots available in September. By all means. Pretty sure off the top of my head.
No need. I've got the calendar up here.
It would be the 13th or the 12th. Yeah, 13th and 6th are free, I think. I think the 20th is booked.
Oh, right. Oh, the 20th. That'll be a good one. Look forward to the 20th. Yeah, there's nothing in the calendar for the 6th or the 13th.
Yeah. So I'm doing September and October, you see. So Stig, come on. We'd love to have you on again.
Yeah.
Have you really been detained in Mauritania? I'd love to hear that story.
We tried playing Fortnite once, didn't we? When we all got, me, and Ben, when we all got PlayStations.
Yeah.
I think we tried it once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
And just couldn't get our heads around it.
It was too fast, wasn't it?
For us.
Yeah.
I played one game of Trio since with my eldest and his mate who was remote. So they carried me. I'm sure I've told you the story.
Oh, yes, yeah.
They revived me about 8 times. I couldn't figure out how to swap weapons successfully, and I ended up just saying, just give me a sniper rifle. And they wiped out the entire lobby, the other 97 players, until there was one left, and they were chasing him up this hill. I can see I'm last, obviously, trailing. I can see the 2 boys in front of me and this guy, and I fucking no-scoped him with his sniper. And when you get the last kill, it like everything slows down and like the flowers fall down and victory. Right? I was like, it's the funniest thing. I said, clip that.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, it was. Oh dear. Yeah, so I played a little bit of FC last year, not so much this year, and I don't think we'll be. My lads have just started playing it again, even though this game cycle is ending in a couple of weeks. If my eldest particularly started playing it, but it's having a big sort of expansion.
God, what else can they do?
It's called The Grounds. So they're introducing like an open world,
right?
Multiplayer. Like basically, there's going to be 3 locations: Argentina, Paris, and I think Hartlepool.
No,
I think it's Newcastle.
Right.
Like because I saw a house, like a terraced house, end terrace, and it had a mural of Alan Shearer painted on it.
Right.
So I'm guessing it's Newcastle.
Right.
And it's going to be like an open world thing where you can go and chat to people and then play in the park and meet people in the park and play and stuff.
Jumpers for goalposts.
It's a wild gamble because the game has been struggling for the last few years.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe not financially, but as far as the player base, it's just dwindling and dwindling.
Really?
Because it's shit.
Is it?
It's awful. It's like ice skating. It's not a football game. It's like It's very arcadey, and it's just about the meta.
Okay.
Every year there's a fucking meta.
What's a meta?
Most efficient tactic, most effective tactic available.
And what was it this year?
What was it this year?
High press.
Through balls and bruiser plus on all your defenders.
Right.
Bruiser plus is a play style. So you just body people, just shove people off the ball. AI defending was broken.
Right. Okay.
You didn't have to defend. You just basically people just get the CDM, centre defensive midfielder, and just run around with him and let the AI tackle the opponent.
Right. Okay.
It's just dog shit.
Okay.
No attacking AI, players just running in straight lines, running offside. Like you trigger a run and your forward just goes, runs offside in a straight line.
That's like me in real life.
Like the year before it was Travellas.
Right. Okay.
Travellas, 30-yard Travellas. Everyone was scoring 30-yard Travellas the whole game. 10-9.
There's something broken in it, basically.
Yeah, corners were broken this year.
Right.
So corners were OP. Kickoffs.
OP. This you got to explain the lingo though, haven't you?
Overpowered. Kickoffs were overpowered. So if you concede a goal, you get the kickoff, and it's dead easy to score from the kickoff because somehow like the defensive AI of your opponent just went to fucking retard land. You just waltz through them and score.
Yeah.
So it just makes it a joke and a shit game, no fun. So I was thinking of downloading the latest iteration of PES.
What, the PES dispenser?
Pro Evolution Soccer. Do you remember that from our childhoods?
Is it still a thing?
Yep.
Right, okay.
And it's free.
Oh.
It's free to play.
Right, okay.
Again, it's the in-game purchases.
Right.
But from what I've seen, it's a better football simulator.
What was that?
This fucking stout, man. I'm honestly, I think I'm going to have to throw this away, this last bit.
That is a £3.70 right there, isn't it?
Fucking disgusting, man. What a joke.
I know, yeah. Have you cancelled your sub yet?
No, not yet.
You're going to ring them and go up to the next tier because you've earned one free case.
Hello.
That's what they normally say, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
No. Maybe if I ring them up, they'll give me a free case.
Well, yeah, that or you
threaten to quit.
As long as you don't say that you've got an alcohol problem again.
Can't do that again.
Have you ever heard of Matan Evan? Just been thrown out of the door, that one. Just thrown on the ground. Matan Evan, have you heard of him?
Who's that?
I don't know. That's what Stig's asking, if we've heard of someone called Matan Evan. Let's talk about soup.
No, I've never heard of Matan Evan. It's a fake name, but that sounds of it.
Yeah.
Type that wrong.
Is it like have you made an acronym or something? What's it called when you jumble it up?
Anagram.
Anagram, yeah.
Shall I try another stout, or should I just play safe and have a Doom bar?
I would just have a Doom bar at this point. I went out to watch live football yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I went to Liverpool on the train.
And you said it was delightful when you got there? Nice place.
The city centre. Every time I go into Liverpool, it isn't the best of looking cities when you drive through it. Right, you enter on the train, don't you?
If you had to as far as best looking cities, if you had to compare it to a film star,
right?
What film star, a female film star, would Liverpool be? Let's say, what's a really good looking city?
What was Grotbags called? Who's that?
I don't know.
Is she not that one that is the famous lesbian? It's not her, is it? She was was she Madame Pomfret in Harry Potter?
Grotbags was not Miriam Gargoyle.
Well, her then, she'll do.
Miriam Margolyes is.
Was she Miss Pomfret in thingy?
I don't think it was Pomfret.
Pomfret. What is she called?
Madame Pomfret was the healer, the medic.
Is that like the one with the glasses?
You're thinking of Professor Sprout.
Oh, right, is it? Right, okay.
That's who Miriam Margoyle
Gargoyles.
played.
Gargoyles. Yeah.
Professor Sprout.
Right. Her.
That's who Liverpool would rank as in attractiveness as a city.
I think the city centre is quite nice. I mean, a lot of the city centre is still...
Most cities in England are shit. Martin 909. Agreed.
Is pretty run down. Well, quite a lot of it's still derelict in comparison to, say, like Manchester, where a lot of it's sort of been turned into bars or whatever.
Bars?
Yeah, that's generally what it is, isn't it?
Is it?
Shops and takeaways.
Manchester.
Yeah.
Oh, Al's in the chat saying Rich D. Hall's Roadshow is in Liverpool in August. If anyone's in Liverpool in August, go and see Richard D. Hall.
He's Richard D. Hall.
He's an author. He wrote a book about, he's probably best known for writing a book about the 7/7 bombings.
Oh, right, okay.
Which have got him in all sorts of legal trouble.
Really? Right.
And he's currently, I don't know, I'm not following the case, but I think it's essentially ruined him, what he's had to spend on legal fees and stuff. And I'm on the sheep farm mailing list, and there's normally a link down there to support him because he has a son as well who's probably going to be put out of his home.
Oh, right, okay.
A young lad, so.
Wow. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Liverpool.
Yeah, went there. And then had a few beers and went to watch a live game of football from Preston North End versus Huddersfield in the first round of the Carabao Cup. Preston North End had a man sent off after 20 minutes.
Was it the biting guy?
No, he played the entire game, but I don't actually remember him touching the football.
They have a forward who's like from...
Osmanic, is it?
Ozymandias.
Yeah, Ozymandias. Yeah.
Osmatic.
Yeah, something like that,
and I think he got a ban maybe a year ago for biting someone. And then he was, I don't know if he did or the ban, but he got called out for aggravated racialness to a black player for Burnley, I think. Were they playing Burnley? They're not in the same league.
I think so.
Maybe it was a cup match then.
Burnley have been relegated and promoted though, haven't they?
I thought this was last season.
Right.
Just gone.
Or it might have been in a cup game actually, like you said, yeah.
Yeah. So he managed to stay on the field. That's a turn up.
Yes.
But they had another guy sent off.
Yeah, I think it was the centre-back was sent off.
Was it a professional foul, straight red, or 2 bookings?
No, it was, yeah. They were saying that it was a goal-scoring chance, I believe, would have been.
Who was saying? Does the referee talk in the games now?
No, but that's why it would have been sent off, isn't it? Because he pulled the man back. I assume he was the last. It's hard to tell, isn't it, when you're behind the goal, what's happening any of the time. And that's what seemed to happen. He sent straight red, and they did all right. They were playing all right for 20 minutes. They did look a bit tired after 20 minutes, though. And then North End, so Huddersfield scored. It was 1-0 until about 92 minutes. And they scored an equaliser in the last minute, Preston, and then they won. It went straight to pens.
Wow.
And they won on penalties.
They don't have extra time?
No, because it's just, it's pointless, isn't it?
Right.
Carabao Cup. So, they won. They won. I think the Huddersfield missed the first 2 pens. I think North End missed one of them, and then it got down to the last 1 or 2.
So you should explain, you were watching Preston against Huddersfield in Liverpool.
Oh, in Liverpool, yes. So Preston North End have, apparently, I was told by my professional supporter that I went with, my professional...
A learned friend.
A learned supporter that I went with, that Preston North End have had an expensive football pitch laid that's not ready. So they had to go and play at another ground. So they went to play at Everton's old ground, which is called Goodison Park, which is a very old stadium in Liverpool. And yeah, it was quite surprising how grim it was.
How run down the city was in that.
Just that area, yeah, was like quite bad.
You got the train in, did you?
So I got the train to City Centre, and then you get, is it called the Metro Link in Liverpool? So it's like a local train service.
Right.
So it's kind of, there's some underground stations, aren't there? Well, there are some underground stations in the city centre.
Right.
And then it took you out to Kirkdale, and it was like a 15-minute walk to the stadium. You could see the stadium basically when you got out the thing, but you kind of walked down loads of terraces and the usual kind of thing you might.
It's like
find.
in the middle of it, like most of these new stadiums, like Man City, I presume Arsenal, and the new Everton stadium, probably the same. They tend to be outside of the cities, whereas like in the old days,
right.
they were like literally just surrounded by terraced houses, like a massive football stadium just surrounded by terraced houses. Like Deepdale is impressive.
Well, it would have been closer, wouldn't it? Yeah, in the past.
Yeah, Tranmere, Spotlands at Tranmere. I'm passing that. I had a big job to do in that side at Mersey a few years ago, and it was right next to the stadium. Basically, you had to look for the spotlights, what they call floodlights, and I knew I was near a job.
Yeah.
So when you were in the stadium, did you sample the cuisine in the stadium?
No, I didn't actually. I got 2 pints of San Miguel, but
how much were beer in the stadium?
Good question. I think it was £6 something a pint. I think it was £13 something for 2.
That's not bad.
No.
Cheaper than going to the Co-op Arena in Manchester, I'll tell you that much.
£10 a pint.
I think it was 8 something.
Right, okay.
No, I went.
Yeah.
And I weren't driving, so... And I thought, well, how often do I go to a gig?
And watch Crowded House.
It might have been Crowded House that time,
I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Very rarely, so I had about 4, I think.
Ooh. Extravagant.
Yeah, like 40 quid's worth of fucking beer. I could have had a box from Beer 52 for that.
Yeah.
Whoa, super chat.
Again, Stig.
$5
Yeah.
Martin, please send these guys some money. Hey, that's Stig. You shouldn't be bullying people into sending super chats. It's not on.
No.
Just because you're a fucking player, high roller.
I know, yeah.
Okay, now.
Super chatting everywhere.
Making it rain.
I know. Yeah.
Right, so you went to see a live football match.
Live football match, yeah. I've not been to see a live football match for ages. I felt a bit bad because I think my eldest son especially would have liked to have come, but there was no mention of bringing children, therefore.
They might have got him for free, you know.
I don't know.
Sometimes they do. At North End, they do free kids places sometimes.
It's not. I'm pretty sure that if you buy a season ticket, you can bring a child for free. I'm pretty sure for the entire season. That
used to be the deal. Yeah, I don't know if it still is.
I think it might be still, or like it's 30 quid for the season or something ridiculous on top of your season ticket.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I watched a bit of Man United PSG yesterday.
Oh, right.
It's my youngest is a Man United fan.
Really?
Yeah.
How's he got into Man United?
I think because of CR7.
Oh, right. Really?
Cristiano Ronaldo is his idol.
Why does he not support Real Madrid then? Might as well support them. Might as well pick the best
Why does
one.
he not play El Atifa or whatever it is?
El Atifeki. It's Al Nasser.
Atifaki?
Al Nasser, isn't it?
Is that Al Nasser?
Al Nasser. Yeah, Al Nasser.
He likes Bruno as well. Bruno's is probably his
Fernandes.
second favourite player, Bruno Fernandes.
Mm-hmm. Is he modelling himself over Bruno? I
mean, he's probably as much of a poser, as Bruno Fernandes.
Wow.
Yeah. So my mother-in-law, her boyfriend, is a Red. He's a proper Scouser.
Oh, a Liverpool fan, right? Not
Sorry, Red.
Yeah.
An Anfield man.
Mm.
Proper Scouser. You can hardly tell what he's saying half the time.
Okay.
And so guess what? Nana and Tide had to buy him for his birthday last week.
Tide?
They call him Tide because he's got Welsh ancestry. So Tide is Welsh for like grandpa, granddad.
Oh, is it? Right, I didn't know that. Right.
Call him Tide.
Okay.
He had to buy him a Man United bedspread and football set.
Lovely.
He wasn't too happy about that. And obviously, he was only joking.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Is that why he's got worms again? Was it laced?
From Chinese sweatshop it was produced in, maybe.
Well, no, maybe that's what your his granddad's revenge. He's lacing his bed linen with worms. Yeah. So he makes that association between
Man United,
the club crest, and
yeah. Oh well, maybe he is an evil genius.
Do you think?
No.
Okay. He's not capable.
No, I don't think so.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Should we do some housekeeping quick.
Might as well, hadn't we?
Hope that fly disappears. I can see
It's
it there.
here. Oh my god, it's throwing up on you. Risley.
Go away, Jeff Goldblum.
I know.
Facebook or a tweet.
Gouge
the eyes, let's raise the tone. Gouge the eyes, help us grow.
Yeah.
We can't do this on our own. Our podcast is in help us. Tell your friends and plant a seed. It's housekeeping time. Return some value. It's housekeeping time. Gouge his eyes.
Gouge the eyes.
Housekeeping time. Focus your G. It's housekeeping time. Sign up for the newsletter.
So this is a value for value podcast, and if you get any value out of this podcast, you can return it to us. There's a myriad of ways of doing that. My favourite way of returning value, as ever, is word of mouth. Wherever you are on the interwebs, wherever your presence is felt, you can share links to this shit show if you think it's worth it. Get more people involved and contribute in their artwork or their news stories or whatever. And as you'll see, there is a Schwab code, the QR code there, for the brand new Telegram channel, which is now live. And we are streaming to Telegram as we speak.
Yeah, wow.
2 people watching, apparently.
Really?
I'm guessing that includes me. There's only 3 people in there, I think. Unless something's happened while I've been on air. So, yeah, Telegram. For people who use Telegram and don't want to download an extra app, we're there. And you can find us there if you want. Join in.
You could do, couldn't you? You could join the Element server if you really wanted to. But I still can't figure it out. So I'm not in there at the moment. I'd like to be in there. I believe what it used to be like. I have fond memories of Element. It's like a Discord that can't be shut down.
But you can get locked out and not get back in.
Locked out of your account, it seems, because I ignored that warning for 18 months that was at the top about creating some kind of backup. I think what it is I don't seem to. It says that I will have set up the Element with an email address, but I can't figure out which email it is.
Right.
And I can't figure out what my password is or was.
Right.
So I've just given up. So what happens if I can't find a solution is I just forget about it and not deal with it.
Or you can just start a new fucking profile.
Exactly. Yeah, no.
That's an easy way around it, isn't it?
Yeah, but
was it Slicko? Right. Slicko was on about 10 different profiles. I think he just every time I wanted to log in, just started a new profile.
Oh, right, okay. Well, maybe I could do that as well. Yeah. Just start a new one. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
No.
Got Datsun here. Datsun. Nobody cares.
Don't get cheap on me, Datsun.
Thanks for backing me up there.
Yes, that was Hammond's mistake. God. What's the next scene after that? Can we do the whole script?
I don't think so. That's all I can. Me and my eldest used to say that to each other and annoy my wife.
Did they?
No, I said it. He said to me, "Datson's here. He could do it better than me." Datsun.
We got Datsun here.
See, nobody cares.
I love the way.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you remember in that scene, Dodson and Dennis Nedry, and they're going over like the how Dodson is paying off Dennis Nedry to get, is it 10 live embryos off the island? And the method for doing it is the shaving foam can. Do you know what I'm going to say about the audio?
No.
When Dodson demonstrates the shaving foam can and pops it open, and it goes, psh, Nedry squeals. It's like like an inhuman squeal, and I'm sure. It's the same noise as the Dilophosaurus makes that kills him.
Oh, right, okay.
It sounds like a dinosaur squeal.
I mean, that's
like a foreshadowing.
Yeah, it's an outrageous
call.
Yeah, and if it's right, It might be one of the most profound things you've ever said on this podcast or highlighted.
It's not even the most profound thing I've said about that movie.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. Okay.
Come on.
Billy Big Bollocks over here.
It's fucking a masterpiece.
Yeah.
One of the best movies ever made. There's a great EFAP on Jurassic Park.
Surprise, surprise.
There's a wonderful EFAP.
How long?
It's the EFAP. I would get, I don't know, 3 hours maybe?
Right, okay.
At a guess.
Yeah.
But they go through it scene by scene in granular detail and highlight the things that most people miss.
Mm-hmm.
The thought that's gone into it.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Easter egg is when Sam Neill, rest his soul, died last week,
didn't he? Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Oh! When Sam Neill and Ellie Sattler are getting into the chopper, Hammond's chopper, for the first time. Oh, they get in and then they come into land at Isla Nubla. And Hammond, I think he says, you know, get a bit choppy, you might want to put your seatbelts on. And Alan Grant, played by Sam Neill, grabs his seatbelt and he's got 2 female ends. Rather than a seatbelt, has a female, a passive end, and a
penis end.
a masculine.
Yeah.
A
inserter.
Active.
Yeah.
A, what would you call it? A strike.
Oh.
In technical parlance.
Right.
Like the strike on your dishwasher lock. It's the bit that goes in something.
Yeah.
Alan Grant has 2 female ends. And it's just a bit of a joke. You would, if you're just watching the film, you say, oh, he just ties it round his waist. That's life finding a way. The whole thing of how the dinosaurs start to breed. All the dinosaurs are female. Well, do you go around looking up the dinosaur skirts?
Yeah.
Life finds a way, and it's foreshadowed in that scene before they've even got to the island by Alan having 2 female ends and finding a way. Genius. It's fucking genius.
Yeah.
Anyway, housekeeping. Is that it?
Yeah, if you've got any comments about...
Oh, God. Super chat, sorry. Stig, let's talk about the Odyssey more. Seen it? Nope.
No.
Have you seen it? No?
I've not seen the Odyssey, no.
It looks so fucking grey. Grey and greyed out and lifeless to me.
That's one of the criticisms I've heard. It doesn't really look like the Mediterranean.
The beautiful...
Yeah, you would associate blue, green... with the Mediterranean, wouldn't you? Yellow.
Absolutely. The most beautiful
Bright
place
colours.
in the world.
Yeah.
And it looks greyed out and sterile.
But that's a lot of modern films are like that, aren't they? In terms of their cinematography, it tend to be quite subdued.
What I'd heard is that part of the Spider-Man film that's gone gangbusters, one of the positive notes in that is that the colour palette is a lot more vivid, yeah.
Right, okay, good. Another one that one of the who is David Fincher. He always has like a greeny kind of palette to his films.
What was his first film?
Well, he did Aliens, didn't he? Alien 3. Yeah.
What else has he done?
I think that was his first film.
Who did Fight Club?
Yeah, he did that. He did Seven as well before.
Seven, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, he's pretty good, isn't he?
As a director, yeah. Yeah.
I think Alien 3 gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
I think there's some redeeming qualities in that film. Considering what it's following, it's got no chance, has it? But I do like the themes and I like the premise that they've gone from gung-ho space marines blowing everything up to no weapons, and because it's a penal colony, so they're not allowed any weapons, and you've got the whole sort of sexual. A woman is being dropped in this penal colony with like 100 whatever it is men. You've not seen a woman in decades, kind of thing, and that tension I thought was an interesting thing to play on. Obviously, it's got problems. They all got problems. Well, they don't all have aliens. Don't have any problems, but I appreciated the effort.
I've not watched it for ages. That one, probably the last time I watched it was a teenager.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I'd rather watch that than probably, most things that have been released in the last 10 years.
Well, I've been finding that, like, when we've been watching older films, like, at the time I thought these are a bit rubbish, and then going back and watching them, and they're better than a lot of things I've watched recently, yeah.
Well, Saturday night, we watched Street Fighter. We did spend half an hour scrolling through 3 different platforms.
Oh, to find
something to watch. It's all fucking garbage.
It's slop, isn't it? Yeah.
It's second screen slop.
Yeah.
You're not meant to watch it. You're meant to look at your phone and have it on in the background.
Yeah. I suppose that's another indicator, is like, of how good something is on TV, is how much it makes you forget your phone. Or resist the urge to pick it up whilst you're watching it.
Well, Al says the costumes were all greyed out. I'm guessing the Odyssey. This is the Odyssey. Costumes were all greyed out like the austere and brutalist architecture we are surrounded with today. There's an interview I need to watch. I've seen some clips of it, and it's Christopher Nolan. It's a 16-minute, I think, interview.
Yeah.
Being interviewed by this Chinese woman.
Oh, right.
From, I think it's some sort of Chinese state media or something.
Oh, I'm sure that would have gone well.
She fucking skewers him, man.
Really?
He sounds like one of those bullshit jobbers. Just bullshit without saying everything. And if you use enough flowery vocabulary, people won't be able to see through what you're saying. And it was eye-opening because everyone fucking wanks over Christopher Nolan, and I don't think he's that good, man.
Oh,
I just don't think he's that good, and I need to watch the full interview because it was eye-opening. I don't normally watch interviews with directors and stuff because it tends to be a bit wankery, doesn't it? Just sort of filleting and all the rest of it. But she just battered him intellectually. The way she very clever. Her questions, they were astounding.
Right.
I'll find a link to it and post it in the Telegram.
Yeah.
And the Element, if I can.
Yeah. Okay. Make it happen. I'm pretty sure I've seen a video, a tile for that on YouTube, or whatever it's called, thumbnail of someone's video. It must probably be like the Critical Drinker or something, or.
I saw it on FNT on Friday Night Tights. I was watching it this afternoon while I was doing something, and I had to pause what I was doing to watch the clips of the interview.
Oh,
so it was entertaining.
Right,
watching him try and bullshit his way past this woman who was having just fucking none of it.
Right,
yeah, because it's some sort of subversive, isn't it? Apparently, the woman who Emily Wilson, who did that, who's got all this flack for doing the translation, she's going fucking ham on it about how shit it is.
Right.
It's not the Odyssey. It's not Odysseus. There's no. All the motives have been changed. It's like it's not a hero. He's not a hero. He's PTSD. Fucking it's a Vietnam War film essentially, where Odysseus has PTSD and there's all this guilt for what he did at Troy. It's like he's a fucking hero. He's a heroic character, one of the most heroic characters in the Western pantheon, and it's been deconstructed by Nolan. And it seemed, from what I've heard, the film, on its own just is mid, despite it, trying to borrow from one of these sort of canonical foundational stories. So,
yeah. So anyway, the Element server. You can post links in there. You probably should everyone we just say to everybody join Telegram. That'd be easier, wouldn't it? Yeah.
The links are all there. You join whenever you want. We're not your boss, are we?
Yeah, we're not your boss.
The option's there. If you already have Telegram, then you can join the Telegram if you want.
Oh, look, solar eclipse. That's a good reminder that the solar eclipse is this Wednesday.
Oh shit! Stay indoors then. 6:15. Don't go out. 6:15 till 8 p.m. on Wednesday. Make sure everyone's safe and home. They like to pull shit.
Do they?
When cycles like this, they like to pull shit. So I bet you something shady happens at that time on Wednesday.
Well, yeah, literally, the sun will be obscured by the moon.
I mean, by the controllers, by the powers that shouldn't be.
Right. Okay. What happened in 1999 when they had that big one? Do you remember that one?
No.
don't remember the big one. No. I think the last big one in the UK that we saw, and it was like 90%.
No.
Is it you leaving school? Was that the?
I did leave school in 1999. Yeah.
Was that the?
I didn't really go to leave, but whatever.
Did you? Is that what the psyop was about then?
I don't know. I don't remember 1999. What happened?
There's a solar eclipse.
Pre 9/11, it was a different world, wasn't it?
Yes.
You know,
some mild hope. Still.
That was right.
Things
right in the middle of New Labour, weren't it?
Can only get better.
Yeah. PFI projects.
Yeah.
All the rage.
Yeah. Right, yeah, so, send us news articles, links. You can make a birthday shout-out request. You can make guest suggestions.
No, we need them, don't we?
We do them.
We always need them.
You could send them into the Telegram channel as well. I'll join the Telegram channel for people. We've already got Stig, though, for September. Just got to confirm.
We need another one
dates.
for September.
You need two more. Well, one more if Stig's going to come on. And let us know. Leave us a review. And then send it to us if you need to. Show artwork. Have we had any submissions for this week? I think we've had one here from someone called Phil. And there we've got the climate change myth, Marcus Gibson. And on the left-hand side there of that, we've got all of those gas-emitting industries, which look like cooling towers from nuclear power plants. Is that right? So are they actually emitting CO2? Would that just be water vapor from...
for cooling towers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clean, isn't it? Nuclear.
Exactly,
Other than like the radioactive gas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just steam, I think, comes out of the cooling towers, isn't it?
Yeah. We're just seeing what's there, you see.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't be black like that. It should be
nice and clean.
White.
And then that is causing some kind of storm.
Geostorm.
And then there's a load of wind turbines, sort of semi-opaque, through Marcus's shirt.
Yeah, it works better on the YouTube thumbnail. I had to shrink it down because it's square, you see.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Because you say what it is. That's
why it is what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, great to have that in a square format like that.
Yeah, from Al's regarding the 1999 solar eclipse. NASA, that's Dennis the Menace. NASA pushing everyone to go out and look at it, and linked to Alistair Crowley. He married on that occultist date, apparently.
Oh. Right, okay. Why is the Crow bit in capitals? Is that just an accident? Or is that some kind of meaning?
Well, Alistair, it's Crowley. It's typically spelt Crowley, and Al's has spelt it Craw and capitalized it
to make sure that we do it right.
Well, that's some hidden. That's code.
Oh, right.
She's put some code in there.
Right. Okay.
And Alice Star. So she spelled Alice Star, Alistar, star.
Mm-hmm.
Like Astarte, like star myths, like star gods.
Yeah.
Rather than Alistair, how it's normally spelt and how he supposedly spelt it. Yeah, he was a creepy fuck. Alistair Crowley. I'm not down with all that occult, black magic kind of stuff. I don't think it's to be messed with personally.
Oh, right, okay.
No, I don't think. You should
get rid of Marcus so they can see you.
Yeah, I'm not bothered.
Just leave him.
Don't mess with things you don't understand, is all I would say. And I don't understand these things, whether they're true or not, or effective or not. I don't think you should open yourself up to be. So I wouldn't do a Ouija board or anything like that.
Oh, I did a Ouija board once.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
No, not that you know of.
No.
But I mean, you're not doing black magic rituals every Sunday, are you?
Not that I know of.
No.
Unless this podcast is a black magic ritual.
No.
Right, okay.
No. So, I'll just say don't fuck with what you don't understand. All I'm saying, and I don't understand much, so there you go.
No,
I'm not going to
exactly.
be fucking with much, am I?
No. Yeah.
What are we up to with housekeeping?
Sorry, I'm just reading what Stig's saying in the chat there. Focus to your requests. I think that's about it. Maybe just give us some money.
Oh, gosh.
Keep the mics hot, keep spinning the reel. Your silvers are armor. Your coppers are steel. Echoes in our metal halls, keep it alive. Give us value, your coins of power, fueling our drive. Can you be the one to keep us alive? Give us value, just press play, we slay, asking you today.
Now, this is a value for podcast. If you get some value, return some value. PayPal button in the show notes. Buy us a coffee if you don't like PayPal. Oh, you can super chat us like a mad lad.
Like a crazy, crazy Stig.
Feel the steel strings, the electric roar. Your donations are what we're fighting for. Banging heads, we stand united as one. Can you value flames of your support? Have just begun.
Yeah. Toss the coin. Yeah, do it for the lads. And keep the shit show going. No producers to thank this week. No donations.
Have we not?
Nope. I just checked then. Did you not see me on email? I just
Oh,
double
right,
checked because
okay.
I looked at the show notes and thought, yeah, I've not updated that this week. We mustn't have had anyone.
Oh, it's a shame, isn't it?
Unless maybe I haven't checked Buyers a Coffee this week, to be fair. So, bollocks. I'm not doing it now. You get it in abeyance if I've missed you.
Yeah.
Do it next week.
Just Stig then.
Oh, yeah, Stig. I mean, usually you get his credit next week, you know.
Well, yeah, especially if he comes on as a guest. Where have you been, Stig?
He's been in Mauritania. He's been to Quetta.
Quetta.
Where has he not been?
Who knows?
This is a better question.
Yeah. Have to see what happens when he comes on. When he has to tell us.
Godzilla -0 coming out soon. The sequel.
Oh, right, okay. Godzilla.
Yeah. Did you saw the first one, right?
I did, yes.
Like it?
I remember liking it, yes.
I think it's got a good chance of being good.
Good.
A good film.
Yeah.
We need more good films.
We do, don't we?
New films.
Yeah.
Something to watch.
Mm. That's it, isn't it?
What is?
You've run out of things to say because nothing has been prepared.
I'm sweaty.
It's very hot in here, isn't it? And the fly is not leaving us alone.
He's leaving me alone. You must smell.
I just smell like nice bin juice.
There's nothing worse, is there? Bin juice.
Have you been given the new bin, the food bin?
The grey thing.
The food waste bin.
Yeah.
Are you using the food waste bin, or does the dog just...
There's some things the dog can't eat.
Like tins that he's not supposed to eat?
Onions.
He's not supposed to eat onions?
He's not supposed to eat onions. Grapes.
Right.
Obviously, like the coffee grounds out of my coffee machine. I don't give them to the brown bin, as we call him, Zeus.
Yeah.
So they go in the little grey fucking thing. It's just a massive fucking faff, innit? We've got a compost bin.
Mm.
Why not shove it in there, man? That's what we normally did.
I always wondered why it was being separated out from the compost, from the green garden, because you're supposed to put green garden waste in. But we have seen an exponential rise in the amount of fruit flies in our home.
Right.
And I put it down to the food waste bin.
Well, funny, because I was at my sister-in-law's the other day and they said the same thing. And they pinned it on some guy across the way who has chickens. He has chickens and he's saying it's the chicken shit. The chickens.
No, it's not. I think it's just because it's been warm.
We've been having them. I think it's probably the weather.
Yeah.
And that makes the food rot more quicker.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to ask Marcus, about it being warm recently. And, you know, people jumping on that in terms of...
Yes, that was one of my questions while he was talking, but we couldn't interrupt.
No.
We get these things of record. I know what his answer is going to be. Record-breaking temperature. And like he said, it's because the sensors
are in place,
being encroached on by urban heat islands. So it's going to get hotter every year. As well as the more urban development you get, these ground temperature sensors are going to get warmer. You know, and it was, what was it, 1/10 of a degree or something? It broke the record for. You know, in the first heat wave this year or something.
Oh, right.
You know, it's fucking negligible. Give over. Noble, good night all. Noble's in the chat. CFR Network 777.
Yeah.
And Stig's
take your trash out every day. Are you mad? What kind of crazy advice is that?
Yeah, we have bins full of shit in the house.
Yeah.
That's how we do it in England. We have most of us will have a kitchen bin.
How many bins do we have now? Sorry.
What do you mean, like the council bins?
Yeah. Municipal bins.
We've got the black bin.
Yeah.
We've got the cardboard bin.
Red bin.
The tin and bottle bin.
Yellow bin.
And this mini grey food waste bin.
5 bins.
That's 4. And then if you want to pay an extra 40 quid a year or whatever, you can have a brown bin for your garden waste.
Yeah.
Rather than taking it to skip or just chucking it over at railway line. I remember when they came out and it was like the brown bin. It's like, I think it was 20 quid or 18 quid. And I was like, I'm not fucking paying that because I know it's just going to go up every year. And it did, didn't it?
I think it's nearly £40 now.
Yeah, but I'm sure it was £18 or something when it first came.
Oh yeah, it has to.
Fuck off! What are we paying council tax for? You fucking weapons!
It was weird that, wasn't it, when it kind of dropped that because it was free. I mean, yeah. So,
what do you think about council tax getting axed for your property tax, your land tax?
Oh, I know. I don't really understand the implications of it.
I do. You'll be fucking poorer.
I imagine it will be more. I mean, the other thing, the good thing...
Why else would they fucking introduce it? They're strapped. The country's bust. It is a corporation. It's bust. They need more money, so they're going to bend us over and rinse us wherever they can.
So we appealed our council tax banding and got it moved down 1 band. Because that was when we first moved in, because of like what we paid for the house, and it wasn't, you know, what it used to be basically. So I'm wondering now what it's going to go up to. Do you know what I mean? I think do I pay like nearly
£2,000 or something?
I think it might be like close to 300 quid a month. You know,
that's tax. Like $3,500 a year.
I don't know.
I don't know because she does all the household bills. But
you could be paying 500 quid a month. You don't even know it.
I think I would know it. I seem to think ours is over $2,000 a year now.
Yeah,
but I don't quote me on that because I don't really look at the.
I think bills. Mine will be the same band as yours.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it might be.
But
you know, moved down. Remember,
they need to get more money from us somehow. So, yeah, any new initiative
that goes. Sorry, go on.
Of redistributing monies, I would be pretty skeptical of. I would say.
Yeah,
I don't like this thing. It's annual tax, like a land tax, basically.
Yeah. Is it not to get people who, in theory, have more land? So what would a farmer be exempt?
I don't know. I think they're just, as usual, they just put this shit out into the ether.
See what happens.
To gauge public opinion.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Yeah.
Usually the fucking...
plebs. Abanas.
Close, yeah, ancient Rome. The Fabians.
Right.
It's the Fabians, isn't it?
That's Labour.
Yeah.
Okay.
The National Care Service.
Yeah.
There's a Fabian proposition from 2023. There was a Fabian roadmap.
Oh.
Published in 2023 for a National Care Service, and now Andy Burnham's in and he's talking about it.
He's a Fabian, though, isn't he? Did
They all are.
Mm.
Every Labour Prime Minister to date has been a Fabian.
Right. Okay.
Member of the Fabian Society.
Right.
I mean, you know, I'm not a eugenicist, so I'm not sort of down with it.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, obviously they've decried all that in public. They don't agree with all that now. All their early intellectuals who started the Fabian Society were mad into it. Marcus talked about it. This craze in the late Victorian era, like end of 19th century, early 20th century. There was this massive fucking thing about eugenics and how it's the future. And but the Fabians were like, well, we can. It's a brilliant quote from George Bernard Shaw, because he was balls deep into it. What a fucking horrible piece of shit he was. He was talking about you having to justify every 5 to 7 years. Every citizen would have to justify to a panel their existence. Do you contribute to society? Do you put more in than you take out? And if not, death.
Right.
You should be terminated. That was his view.
Right. Wow.
George Bernard Shaw, leading Fabian of the time. Fucking monsters. These fuckers are monsters. And, you know, they're riddled throughout the government.
The government has monsters at the heart of it. And psychopaths.
I don't know whether, I don't know about Burnham's new cabinet, but like the like peak things can only get better. There was 200 Fabian members in the Labour Party at that time, MPs.
Okay.
Yeah. And what it boils down to, its origin is essentially Marxism and eugenics. Go figure. Go figure. Useless eaters.
Yeah.
Same old story, innit? That's why we're better off without any of the fuckers. Just leave me the fuck alone. But it's taken on this sort of technocratic managerial facade now. That's where like the weapon stuff come in. We can, you know, we the sheep need to be managed.
Yeah.
You know, it's that kind of philosophy, basically. To keep the wheels of civilization moving. Progress for progress's sake.
Yeah.
We've got to be managed. Can't be left to our own devices. And
supervised.
Interestingly, he's rolled back on the state murdering thing. What's it called? Where the state kills you when you get old. It was at the House of Lords, wasn't it? Euthanasia.
Yeah.
Burnham, in public at least, has been rowing back on that.
Is he not a Christian?
Fuck me, really?
I think he might be.
Fuck that bullshit. Fucking bullshit, man.
I've got a feeling that he might be.
Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, mate. I don't see how a Christian gets to Prime Minister.
Do you not? Well,
you got to fuck everyone over, haven't you, to get there?
Yeah.
This whole Burnham thing has been in the works for months and months.
Yeah.
In the planning. You know.
It was
I don't say
mooted for years, was it? Well, so it was...
No, it was Miliband. It was David Miliband who was going to be the saviour.
Oh, right.
You know the guy who went to work for International Rescue?
Yeah.
Bacon Butty Ed's brother.
Yeah.
He was meant to be the guy who was going to get choppered in and rescue the Labour Party. But they went for the Mayor of Manchester instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to be more interested in TikTok videos than anything else. He's big into comms.
Who?
Burnham.
Oh, right, okay.
Does a lot of videos, short form videos, very well thought out.
Put together.
There was a fucking thing on Twitter, all the posts that had gone up for number 10 North. So there was like 3 or 4 roles, social media roles, basically. Right. 68 grand a year.
Nice.
For making TikTok videos.
You could do that.
No, I'd rather not. I'd rather not sell my fucking soul to. Thank you. I'm not going to do that.
You could make some really good thumbnails.
I'm a fucking anarchist. You want me to get a job massaging Andy Burnham's public persona for TikTok videos? That's like a dagger to my fucking heart.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I'll do. And there's not enough money in the world to fucking pay me. Guess what? Some people don't have a price.
What about £1 million?
No, not doing it.
10 million.
I just said
a day.
Don't have a price.
10 million a day.
Fuck that. No.
10 million a
not
day.
Happening. Not happening.
10 million.
No, let's just find some other twat.
Right, okay. Why does it have to be a twat? Are you not?
They obviously would be.
Imagine being paid 68 grand. Surely you're not making the TikTok video for 68 grand, are you? Are you?
What else are you going to be doing?
Like managing the
fucking
message.
managing
The
more
message.
bullshit jobs.
You know,
I
managing
think
the message.
I think you'd be expected to be able to make them as well, man.
No, I
Content lead.
I think you have an underling that does the actual. You're like creating the message.
Right.
You're thinking the message, basically.
Yeah.
Based on policy, and then you have an underling that makes the video for you.
The 68 grand is just for my helicopter view.
Yeah.
Of the strategy.
Yeah.
We get the guys on 50 grand a year to do the TikTok videos.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't go for it. So
You're not thinking about it in the right way. How much you can milk that for.
Oh, yeah. And then you just go to Fiverr and pay someone like £8 to do it.
Post it for a £5.
Edit this for me, twat. £8, all in.
Yeah. Can you put some emojis on there? Yeah.
Oh, my God. Sweaty ears.
Mm.
Are they all red?
They're always red, your ears. Definitely. Right then.
We managed to talk for a bit longer, didn't we?
I think
it's
so.
20 to 11 now. Time to go.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Isn't it?
We've definitely done enough now, haven't we? Of just
meaningless piffle.
Yeah, this is like, when football finishes because a streaker comes on the pitch, and they just have to fill for half an hour.
They have to cut the camera away, don't they? And just show like pictures of the crowd, and then fill.
Yeah.
For a few minutes until the stewards comically bundle the streaker over.
Yes, exactly.
With his massive tallywhacker.
With his turkey stunner.
Yeah. And they have to fill, don't they?
Yeah.
What a shame. They didn't used to do that, They used to just show it.
I know, yeah.
Back in the day. You end up on a Danny Baker video.
I know.
On goals and gaffs.
Now protocol.
Yeah.
It's taken over. The cleansing has begun.
Safe. It's got to be safe for the advertisers, you see.
Yeah, for that money.
Yeah. Can't have some mushroom cock showing up. We've got Walker's Crisps to sell.
Exactly.
And
it's
beer.
Not good
for the message.
And Budweiser.
Yeah. Bud Light. Is Bud Light still a thing, or is that died now, that brand?
I think it's died.
Has it?
It's Coors Light, isn't it?
I got some Bud Light for a laugh. It was fucking dirt cheap.
Yeah, I think it is.
Absolutely dirt cheap.
Light,
it is filth, but
light beer.
If it's cold enough, you can get away with it.
A thing in the UK the same as it is in America, as far as I can tell. People don't buy. It is less calories, isn't it? That's the point of it. As far as I'm aware.
She went through a stage of buying it.
Oh right, okay.
Bud Light.
Yeah,
but I mean, it would make a difference for her the amount of beer she drinks. She went to a light.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, all these pounds. It's just empty calories, isn't it?
It is empty calories, unfortunately, yeah. A lot of calories in a pint, I
wonder how many calories was in that fucking awful stout.
I bet 200.
Yeah, I think I thrown the can away. It was that I was that disgusted with it. Was that the lager I had? Yeah, that was the lager. That was passable.
Right.
Anyway, we should go, really.
Yeah, I think so.
It's Prometheus Lens next week, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
He was in the chat.
Jinx.
No black magic. Right, so we shall fuck off into the night and see you lovely fuckers next week.
Yeah.
Join the Telegram if you like, if you're into that sort of shit.
Well done for lasting, if you're still here.
Yeah. There's 2 people watching apparently in Telegram. I kind of don't believe it.
No, it's
fake.
probably us and you.
Yeah. Right, have a nice week, everyone. We'll see you at the same time next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Ben back next
Sunday. Who knows? Who knows these days? Possibly.
Stig's no longer here. He's just informed us.
I'll be in contact with Stig anyway about the incident.
And I think he does I think we DM on Instagram most of the time. That might be the best way of getting hold of him.
I think I'll do that.
All right. Thanks, Als. Great show and guest. Thank you, Phil and Matt. Thank you, Als. And see you next Sunday, all right?
Yeah.
Look after yourselves and each other.
Take care.
Don't have nightmares.
No.
Bye.
Bye then.
Dirty and thick.
I'm the whore of Babylon!
Everybody in the chorus had a dildo.
Oh, I like the dirtiest part of the crack.
Phil's got more confidence than ability. He's never had any formal training.
Wagwan fam, you're going to Somerset. Based Sigma Chad. Congratulations on becoming a doctor of fagonomics.
Great bunch of lads. If this thing flops, roast me.
Get a raging stunk jizz everywhere.
Roast the shit out of me.
Fuck's sake, you cunt! Isle of Cock. Oh, Willie G.
Are you not entertained?
Thank you for watching.
Epic dub.
I like what you got. Good job.
I'm going to aim for the prostate in the men.
Asna!
Won't you take it out?
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
Fuck's sake, you cunt!